During May 2020, via a series of in-depth analysis, I began reporting on our nation being under an active and ongoing coup. Yet, despite all evidence and warnings, and naively, many people put their entire attention, energy, and focus on the 2020 elections. My dear fellow Americans, there are no real elections during coups. Never. Take it from someone who's had first-hand experiences with real coups overseas and with expertise as a geopolitical analyst for 2 decades. Now, take a look at this, okay? This is a classic example of an active coup state in a nation. A classic example of a coup in effect, overtly.
And I wanted to come back, obviously, just because I'm out on the road and everything, but I wanted for people to see what's going on here. This building, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm over here pretty close to the Capitol. I'm going to walk over there now. It is freezing this morning. And I don't know, these guys are up to something with this. Laying cable, as it were. But what I wanted people to see is this fence. This city is fenced up. Like you can't move about freely. You can't go where you want to go. People who were thinking it was a good idea for President Trump to implement martial law, that didn't make a lot of sense to me at the time. And I was just, why do we want martial law? That's the army running the city, which we now have, firsthand example of right here in Washington, D.C. It's not cool. It doesn't seem fun. We have a bunch of army guys who are trained to kill people, telling you, you can't go here, you can't go there. I have a feeling even maybe crossing these cones, you'll get yelled at. But obviously this is closed. You can't go in there. And I mean, normally that's a street that you can walk along. I don't know if there's any way for me to approach the Capitol. The police like to ask you where you are going and what your business is there. And I mean, I guess they can do that now. We have martial law. The army can tell you where to go.
The groundwork for this coup began in 2000 with PNAC and 9/11, and with that, the ironically named Patriot Act. When the enemies of our nation began stripping us of many of our rights and liberties guaranteed under our law of the land, our Constitution. Then came the super bug, the super flu, COVID-19. And with it, the souped-up attacks against our rights and freedom via the insane mandates. That's right. Yesterday, it was the terrorism threat via boogeyman, the terrorists a la Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Today, it's the superbug, COVID-19, no matter with only a 1% threat level, calling for insane mandates, mandatory caging, mandatory muzzling, and jabbing. Tomorrow, there probably will be another bug, a super influenza bug rendering us rabid dogs in chains and muzzles. And next, there will be the imminent civilization-destroying global warming with mandated caging, muzzling, and dieting to save the ice from melting in the sun. They won't rest or stop until they have all of us 100% chained and turned into slaves. I can guarantee you that. All designed and already more than halfway towards implementation. And with that, here's me again, as always for the past 2 decades, sounding the alarm bells as loud as I can despite all the obstacles and censorship. We Americans have only one viable path, one viable and constitutional way to counter and defeat this coup against humanity. It is our states' rights, and our power to defeat this coup and take our human rights and liberties back via our states, state by state. We have no time to waste and sit idle. The clock is ticking very fast. We must act now. And this is precisely why I started Florida Unites Against Mandated Insanity, FUAMI, here in my state, Florida. Those of you as my subscribers via my media website Newsbud and Patreon who have been wondering and asking me, when will you provide us with your geopolitical analysis and reports and news again, Sibel? Well, listen to me. This is not the time to sit and watch and analyze geopolitical developments and events unfolding across the globe. We are under a coup. We need to place all our focus and energy and action into our own backyard, our communities, towns, cities, and yes, our states. Don't you see what they are doing? How they are banning and censoring all sane and reasoned views and voices? Well, I'm asking you to join me now. I'm urging you to support us in our fight against this darkness, the censorship, slavery, and tyranny. Please don't wait till it's too late. Join FUAMI. Become the force. Unite with us. Let's counter and defeat this together, united. Please donate and support our movement. It will expand and include other states very, very soon. The domino effect, people. Please donate now. They may have the media, but we have many other ways to counter their censorship blanket. We need resources, so please do your share and donate whatever you can. I 100% believe that together we can, and united we certainly will win. Thank you all. This is Sibel Edmonds, countering and fighting against their tyranny and coup and censorship for 2 decades nonstop, connecting with you from Naples, Florida.